Hi Capricorn, here's a general look at your solar chart for April 2012, and probably the focus this month is going to be pretty much right in your own backyard or not too far away, or from a base of operations. And now that base of operations might be moving some of the time for some of you, but definitely it's going to feel like it's within a neighborhood, a community, a locality, and kind of close to home, so wherever you're based. And also it's wherever you're anchored, not only outside but inside, so you'll be more inward looking, and perhaps pondering a little bit about things, and perhaps remembering things from the past and feeling things more deeply at times. Parents could have an influence, or those important people from the past could have an influence. That might be you harking back to the past, or it might be actually a blast from the past where things from long ago kind of turn up in the now, and you're seeing parallels. Perhaps you're contemplating a tradition or a legacy of some kind, or an inheritance maybe. So however it is for you, you'll be feeling a little bit more sensitive at times, emotions be near the surface, and also you need to make space in your life to slow down and allow your emotions in your body to catch up. So you need to make space to listen to what your body is saying, what your emotions are saying, and what your gut wisdom is saying, because at this time your intuitive feelings will be running very strongly. Between the 14th and the 17th, you may feel a little bit more pressure, or maybe let down, or maybe just more challenge around you. But have a look at the Saturn transit to get more idea of what I might be talking about there. I've written it on my website, so go to my website if you're not there already, and you can read what happens with the Saturn transit, how it's affecting your sign from Libra at the moment. And now Sun is in that area until the 20th, and it's highlighting this very inward looking area until the 20th, but it moves but it's replaced by Mercury. So actually Mercury moves into that area on the 16th, really meaning that your thoughts turn to your base of operations, or a base of operations, your private life, your inner feelings. You may be more subject to moods at time, or knee-jerk responses at times. Now some of this inwardness or highlighting of the roots and the foundations of your life may be more external than that. It may be about property matters. It may be about the space that you're in, or things that you like to get your hands on, or something about your space inside, outside. But yes, it might be about property matters. Anyway, when Mercury comes in there on the 16th, it will just, between the 16th and the 20th, which is only about 4 days, they'll both be working in there together, and your mental focus will be very strongly, harking back or thinking of family. There could be a lot of ideas and discussions flying around. Maybe there's going to be some form filling. Maybe, you've got to fill in forms, or you've got to do some sort of on behalf, become a go-between, be the one that is the mouthpiece. Or maybe you just got to sit back and watch family members kind of slug it out between them, or maybe it's not blood family, maybe it's an extended family, like a tribal thing. There's lots of hustle and bustle, hubble and bubble, why not, going on in and around, not very far away from you, from the 16th onwards. Now before the 16th though, Mercury is very strongly placed in its own house. It's a very busy, sociable house. It's to do with siblings actually, but it can also be to do with soul brothers and sisters, and that just means that there's likely to be more connection there for some of you. Another way it can work is just more paperwork, more correspondence, more on the net, more through Skype, more on the phone. Study maybe for some of you, socializing, short trips. This is all strongly emphasized from the beginning of the month to the 16th. So you're going to be really busy in your head, maybe gathering information, disseminating information, making plans, schedules, whatever, or keeping to them. They're just going to be more demand on your ability to understand, to communicate articulately, but also to listen. This is an important part of this Mercury transit, is the art of listening and just, holding back with one's own opinions whilst one listens. And just be careful, because the pitfall with Mercury here is that you can be run ragged by this very left brain energy, and you need a chance to calm down, center, breathe, calm, center, and you'll be fine. Now, Venus until the 4th, things to make you smile shouldn't be too far away. Venus is in a very loving, very playful area there. It's a very nice place for Venus to be, and it hints that at least some daily encounters will bring a smile to your face. Maybe you're having more to do with children, animals. It may mean for some of you your creative juices are flowing, and you could be sharing admiring glances with someone, or maybe it's not that. Maybe you're just getting into things that make you feel good, that you like to do. And then from the 4th, and for a very long time, Venus is going to be in an area to do with productive teamwork. That could be to do with your job, or just your daily tasks, or it could be to do with your health. And you'll probably be in a more cooperative frame of mind. You'll be more open. You'll trust more, maybe, or however it is, but it's just that the good vibe comes into this area here, and it's likely that you won't be alone, that there's somebody going to be there to enable or support or facilitate in a way which suits you better. So that's either around work and a job, or daily tasks, that you're working on, or in fact it's to do with health. And a social life could be centered around the work or health sort of environment, or in fact a love relationship could be triggered or centered around that sort of environment as well. But you're more likely to have better relationships with health providers now, co-workers, or anyone providing a service for you, or if you're providing a service for others, this could go better. It could be more lucrative even for you. It looks as though somebody might be around to kind of cushion and ease things in those areas there. Now Mars for many months has been transiting an educational house for you, but also it's still there, and it's going to be there until July. So it's not just about, I say education, but it's learning through doing, and giving you the bigger picture on things. So you could be subject to influences around you which are waking you up to things you didn't know before, and this would be a good time for you to fling yourself out further, cast your nets wider and put yourself in places or with people to learn new things through maybe having treatments, or taking study courses, or going and learning to dance, or play an instrument, or do yoga or tai chi, or whatever it is. Because this is a great transit for that. And if you're not doing that, if you're too tight, if you're too inward, and some of these things you don't have to pay money for either. So you can find a way to get out of the routine box if money is an issue. But if you don't do that, the energy kind of backs up. Now, maybe you're not going out anywhere. Maybe it's all happening in your head. Maybe it's happening at home. So, and you're reading a lot, or you're just looking around you and you're seeing what's going on around you, or if it's study, or if you're in a foreign land, or you're learning a foreign language, or whatever it is, or trying out things from a different culture, then that is all grist to your mill. But you've got to be doing something which kind of pushes the envelope, because this is Mars is a very hot energy, and if you try closing down tight in a vacuum sort of box, there will be an earthquake, So you need to allow, and maybe it's not any of what I've said. Maybe you're traveling, because that can be the way it works. Or you are just getting a bigger idea of the full picture. You're getting an eagle eye view. It could be in spiritual ways as well. It could be to do with spirituality, whatever that means to you. Now, until mid-April, Mars is retrograde, so it may take longer than you bargained for to realize a plan or to get your head around things. This is a very communicative area, so it might be about communications equipment like computers or vehicles, and you will find, though, that from mid-month you will just be clearer about where you stand and how it is, and have chosen maybe your point on the horizon to head for. This long transit of Mars can translate as more involvement in academia, also the legalities of things, the bureaucracy, or knowing what your rights are in some way, and communications. And like I say, it can be that you're taking it in, but also you might be the one that's putting the word out. This is the other, this is the reverse way of looking at it. It might be you, the one who is the teacher and the guide. You're the writer. You're the speaker. You're the one that is publicizing something. But definitely, this is a time for you to receive guidance, for you to receive teaching, for you to be the student, whether it's in a formal way or an informal way. So Mars here will help you see the bigger picture and not be too sweating the small stuff over this long transit, and it's going to be there until July. But small stuff is important, so don't overlook the small print of if you're signing a contract or making an agreement, think it through. And now from the 20th, there's a lighter, more outgoing, yet still very practical vibration around for you, Capricorn. Here I've been speaking about the faster moving inner planets, but you've got to set this against the slower moving outer planets, and that's written, the writing about what that's doing, all those planets are doing, influencing, sort of influence that they may or may not be having on your sign. So put that, what I've said here, together with that, and you'll find that written on my website if you're not there already. Also, you may like to find the forecast this month for your rising sign or your moon sign, and it'll add to or subtract from what I've said here. And I hope that helps, and I'll see you the next time.